Teddy Bridgewater and Cam Newton, because people seem to hate on Cam Newton because he's not running the ball now. And he's been putting up some pretty good passing numbers.
That's true.
And him and Kelvin Benjamin have been great this year, and Greg Olson's finally getting the receptions he deserves.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Andrew, let's go over the sleeper running backs.
Yes, Toby Gerhart has been dropped by 2.4% of all leagues. And
I would have dropped him if I didn't have a better option.
But with Bortles starting, that's going to open up the defense for Toby Gerhart to actually get running, because running quarterbacks do that. And he's just better.
Yeah. Okay, for my wide receiver sleepers, I'm going to take either Santonio Holmes as a good sleeper option, because we told you in our last segment before the break that, I mean, you know, if they're going to be covering Marshall and Jeffrey heavily, that leaves Santonio Holmes wide open. Also, I think I would play Marcus Wheaton for the Steelers. You know, I think he'll be able to do pretty well. He's been an option for a lot of people. I think a lot of people have picked him up, but if he's still available, he's definitely a good option too.
Was he the guy that had the touchdown called back last week because he stepped out of bounds in the end zone?
Yes, I believe that was Marcus Wheaton.
Because I was actually happy when that happened, because I think then they threw a touchdown to Brown, who I had.
Nice. All right, those are our sleepers. You can tweet us yours at Ryan Stuprich.
At Freeman Radio.
At RRisky16.
Let us know if we missed out on any good sleeper picks. But now it is time for the Week 4 NFL picks. First, we'll tell you how we did in Week 3. So, in Week 3.
I think I did really bad.
In Week 2, by the way, I don't know if we told you this week, me and Andrew tied 7-7 in our picks.
That just doesn't happen, but it did that week.
Yeah, because we picked a lot of them, because both of us picked a lot of them incorrectly.
Yeah.
Okay, Week 3. Should I go over every game, or should I just go right into it?
Just go right into it.
All right, the Bucs and Falcons, we both picked the Falcons. The Falcons won. So
I picked the Falcons on my other show.
All right. Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. For some reason, I picked the Buffalo Bills, but the Chargers did win. And Andrew picked the Chargers.
In my league, I picked the Chargers.
Tennessee and Cincinnati. We both picked Cincinnati, and that was correct.
Yes.
I think that's another game I got right in my league. I had 13 of the 16 right in my other show.
Nice. Baltimore and Cleveland. I picked Baltimore. Andrew picked Cleveland. Baltimore pulled that one out. So I got a point there.
I picked Baltimore in that one as well.
How many times is Cleveland going to lose?
Exactly.
Like, they're winning, and then the last 5 minutes of the game, they get their butts beat.
Right. Green Bay and Detroit. Andrew picked Detroit. I picked Green Bay.
I believe
Bad move by me.
Yeah.
I think I picked Green Bay in this one. I'm not sure. I had 3 wrong.
You think so?
Yeah, let's see here. I'll go through the list and see which ones I got wrong. That might have been it. One of them.
Indiana and Jacksonville. We both picked Indiana. That was a pretty easy one.
I had Indiana.
Yeah.
Or Indianapolis.
Yeah, Indianapolis. That's right.
That's in Indiana.
Oakland and New England. We both picked New England. Got that right.
Yes, of course.
The games I got wrong were I picked the Broncos to beat the Seahawks.
Okay.
I picked the Dolphins to beat the Chiefs.
Okay.
And I picked the Panthers to beat the Steelers.
I think I picked the Panthers to beat the Steelers too, but we'll see when we go.
I did pick Green Bay. Those are the only 3 games I got wrong.
Minnesota and New Orleans. Me and Andrew both picked the Saints, so we got a point there.
Yeah.
Houston and the Giants. We both picked Houston.
Houston, yeah.
Which we both got incorrect.
That's correct.
Washington and Philadelphia. I picked the Eagles. Andrew picked the Redskins, and the Eagles pulled that one out.
Sons of guns.
Dallas and St. Louis. We both picked Dallas, so we got a point there. San Francisco and Arizona. We both picked Arizona, and we got that one right. A lot of people probably had that incorrect.
In my show, my other 2 co-hosts, they actually both picked the Niners in that one.
Right.
So I was the only one that got that one right.
Kansas City and Miami. I picked Kansas City, and Andrew picked Miami, so I did get that one correct.
Miami is who we thought they were.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Denver and Seattle. I picked Seattle, and Andrew picked Denver, and so Andrew got that one wrong.
The comeback vengeance win did not happen.
No. Pittsburgh and Carolina. We both picked Carolina, so we got that wrong. And then Chicago and New York, we both picked Chicago. We got that right. So I ended up winning 12-10 against Andrew in this week 3.
Another close one.
So I picked 12
Yes.
correct, and Andrew picked 10
And
correct.
if you include my show, I beat Ryan by 1.
Nice.
All right. Well,
We'll see
way
what
to go.
happens because it's going to count for you this week.
Yes,
sir.
it's going to count this week. We have your name.
I don't want to hear about your other radio shows because this one's better than every single radio show ever.
All right, let's start off here. Well, the Giants and Redskins, we both... Or I picked the Giants, and
I chose the Redskins
you
like a
both
noob.
picked the Redskins. So
After Kirk Cousins went 400 yards, I'm going to say it every damn day. After... risky
And the
knows
Giants'
how it feels.
offense is in like a huge flux, so how could you pick them to score 5, or Eli Manning to score 5 touchdowns?
Or the defense to do well. I don't know.
right. Okay, Packers and Bears. Who are we going with?
The Bears.
Okay, we're all picking the Bears.
You kind of have to pick the Bears. I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
The pack attack really has no bite.
Bills and Texans. This is going to be in Houston.
This is difficult because they both are horrible.
probably the Bills.
I'm going to go with the Bills.
You're both going to go with the Bills. I'm actually going to take the Texans.
Go for it.
He's waiting for our picks just so so we pick the same team, and then he picks the other one so he gets more points.
I'm not... Watt did good like the first 2 weeks, but without Clowney, that defense is a clown.
Titans and Colts.
Colts.
I'm going with as well.
I am also going with the Colts. Jake
All
Locker
right.
can't make touchdowns, and that's how you win games.
Panthers and Ravens.
Panthers.
You're going to go Panthers? I'm also going to take the
I'm
Panthers.
going to take my time on this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's hard, actually, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it is a
like-
little harder than a lot of people think. you know?
Baltimore's defense is better than Detroit's defense, I believe. I'll go Panthers.
Okay. Lions and Jets. This is going to be in New York.
I'm going to go Jets.
Lions.
Boy, this is a tough one. I think I'm taking the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Jets' run defense really is going to make them one-dimensional, and when you make a team one-dimensional, it's a lot easier to guard
Except
the
Detroit
pass.
can make themselves one-dimensional with Calvin
It's true.
Johnson and Golden Tate.
It's true.
The Buccaneers and Steelers.
It's kind of an
Steelers.
automatic Steelers.
Okay, we're all going Steelers.
Well, there's an even more automatic coming up.
Yeah, it's true.
Dolphins and Raiders. This is kind of tricky.
No,
Dolphins.
You only get, I mean, it's in Oakland. Never know.
I'm going to go with the Angry Apes, the Oakland Raiders.
I mean,
Okay.
Oakland almost beat both New England and the Jets.
Yeah.
man.
I like David Carr.
Who are you going with, Risky?
Miami.
Okay. I'm going to take Miami as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think they're going to go into Oakland and upset them. Jaguars, Chargers.
I'm going with the Jag, just kidding. I'm going with the Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers.
Phillip Rivers is going to get him the win. He's going to rack up big fantasy points.
Bortles is going to throw for 400 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Got to play the music.
That's the only way they would win.
Oh no, the music.
And then Phillip Rivers could still do that.
Yeah.
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 Eagles and 49ers.
Eagles.
I'm going to say the 49ers get out of their slump and actually shut down someone.
Wait, where's this game being played at?
It's in San Francisco.
Oh.
The San Francisco treat is going to happen.
I have to go 49ers.
See, Freeman, you need the Eagles to do good.
I also need the 49er defense to do good because I have them in most of my leagues.
Who do you have in our league?
I'm not complete. Let me take a look. You keep on talking while I
Okay,
take a look.
well, I just don't like the Niners. I'm going to go with the Eagles.
All right.
That's probably going to be a wrong pick because the Eagles are definitely due to lose.
Who are you going with?
I'm
Andrew?
going with the 49ers as well.
Okay. Falcons, Vikings. This is in Minnesota.
Falcons.
I'm going to go Falcons.
I'm going to go Falcons. They don't have Adrian Peterson. Who are they? They don't know.
Saints, Cowboys. This is in Dallas.
Saints.
I'm
going to go Saints
Yeah,
as
I'm
well.
going to go Saints. I have the Texans defense. I need to change
That was a sleeper defense, though, going into this year.
Yeah, I need to change that.
They had
Okay.
a good week one, and then Clowney got injured.
Yeah.
And the last one, the Monday night game. Patriots at Kansas City Chiefs.
That's difficult.
That's difficult.
Yeah.
I have to
Kansas
take
City.
the Patriots.
Where is it?
Kansas City.
Yeah,
It's in
it's-
Kansas
And
City.
Arrowhead Stadium is one of the loudest stadiums.
Yeah.
Like, it's right up there at Seattle. I think I'll go with the Chiefs.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
All right, I'm the only one taking the Patriots.
You brave young man, you.
Yes. All right, those are the picks. Of course, there's not as many this week because of bye weeks and all that. But yeah, those are our picks, and Yes. So we have a little bit of time. Which game are you most confident in?
The Chargers?
The Chargers game.
The Chargers game?
A close second is the Bears versus Green Bay, because the Green Bay just doesn't... They're broke, dude. They're broke.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, if they're going to keep doing that. I don't know. I'm not sure which game is... I think the Steelers game is pretty obvious that the Steelers are going to win, right?
You'd like to think that. You never know if Doug Martin runs all over that defense, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if Doug Martin actually proves that he's a RB1, which I really doubt is going to happen.
It was weird because he was ranked as the number 11 fantasy player this year, which I thought that was extremely high.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of stopped looking at fantasy rankings. I mean, I'll go over them, but usually I ignore them when I'm drafting.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any other games that you can think of, like maybe the Falcons and Vikings seems pretty easy that the Falcons will win that.
I mean,
the problem is it's in Minnesota, and Matt Ryan just never plays well outside of the Atlanta.
Another sort of unknown factor is Teddy Bridgewater. Man, is he that good?
Yeah,
we'll find out.
Will Cordell Patterson learn how to run a route?
Yeah, exactly.
Would you take Cordell Patterson over DeAndre Hopkins?
Probably not, because Patterson's big game was bolstered by like a 70-yard run and around.
Yeah,
and that won't happen again. He hasn't been doing much in the kick return game because it's early in the year, and he just doesn't catch the ball enough. He's not a good route runner. It's kind of like the Devin Hester situation where they're just trying to get the ball to him, and he's not that kind of player on the offense.
Yeah, I feel the same way. DeAndre Hopkins is a all-around way better wide receiver in my mind.
Okay, coming up, we're going to have we're going to be talking about our fantasy basketball, maybe some players to pick up, just sort of some basketball talk in general, as we will be having our live draft. It's set for October 17th. That may change depending on what happens.
Is that a Friday?
That is a Friday, as of now, Friday, 2:15 p.m.
We'll have it live. Bring your laptops.
Yes.
I don't have a laptop, so I'll be in the web room.
Yeah. And then we will also be talking just a little bit about our baseball thing. We'll do our pitching matchups also later on in this show. So stick around to Fantasy Fanatics, SportsTownChicago.com.
And now it's time for Fantasy Fanatics.
Welcome back to Fantasy Fanatics on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Ryan Stuprich.
Yo! I'm Andrew Freeman.
And I'm Ryan Risky.
All right. We did our football for the first hour.
Yes.
Because that's most important, of course.
Yes.
Should we review the standings for our league?
Yes, we can do that real quick. I know Ryan Risky is 3-0, and my brother is also 3-0. That would be the San Jose Wombats.
I'm banking on Freeman being able to beat him this week.
I can do it.
Because I'm projected to more than double Ryan Hoppy's score, and that's what's starting, and that's with the starting defense on a bye.
Yeah.
The 2 losses I have, the only 2 losses I'll get. No, I'm just kidding. Wow, that's sad. San Jose Wombats 3-0. Fire and breathing rubber duckies, also known as our very own Ryan Risky.
Who leads I lead the league in points too with 371.
Yes, also 3-0. Coco and Company 2-1. Cutler's Crew also 2-1. And then on the west side, where Fire Breathing Duckies is leading, you got a bunch of 1 and 2s.
There's a lot of 1 and 2s.
Yeah.
5 1 and 2s.
Tucker Wright and the Posey, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and Aunt Cromartie's Broken Condom. That's just a great name.
Yeah, it is.
Luke Wave is also 1 and 2, and I'm 1 and 2. And then Vagabonds. All by himself. Like, what was he thinking? 0 and 3.
I don't know.
I have to look at his
I'm not
team.
sure if he even checks. I
have to look at his team to demoralize him and make him feel like a sissy little girl.
Freeman, you've scored 256 points and you faced 255.
Yeah, I know. I've been unlucky.
You faced the least amount of points in the league.
I know.
You'll turn it around, don't worry.
I'll turn it around. He has Colin Kaepernick, Andre Ellington, Matt Asade, Kevin Benjamin. Calvin Benjamin.
I was mad. I was ready to pick him up.
For some reason, he's starting Dwayne Bowe.
Yeah, that's not good.
He has Jordan Cameron and Cordell Patterson's in his flex. Panthers defense and his kickers, Hauschka, who's on bye. He has not fixed his league.
Or his lineup.
He has his lineup. He has 3 people on bye. And on his bench, he has Adrian Peterson, which you can drop, buddy. It's okay. You can let him go. I know he was your number 1 overall pick.
He's out for the season. The Vikings said they don't expect him to play another game with them.
Alshon Jeffrey.